Oh dear, yet another cloche disaster. The lettuces from Sylvia are doing okay, but unfortunately not so good with the ones I popped in on Sunday. The spinach is just about held on, but I think that the poor lettuces really aren't doing very well at all. Maybe with a bit of a water they'll perk up, but I'm not looking hopeful. And they were pegged in, which is even more disappointing. Well, at least the sprouting broccolis are doing okay. The carrots seem to be doing pretty well, but also so are most of the weeds. I think maybe next time I'll sort the bed out and then leave it for a week so that I'm not having to pull up a load of weed seedlings between my actual carrots. I'm debating whether just to hoe over this bit of the bed between the spring onions and the carrots. I did put in a few of the bright light chard seeds, but rather stupidly I didn't make a note of where they were, so it's kind of difficult to tell the difference between what may or may not be chard and what are just weeds. This here, that may be one, but I do have some going inside, so maybe I'll just get rid of them. I think we might have here, I think these might be spring onions. The problem is I really wanted to I keep putting my finger in front of the lens. It's a very sort of, I don't know, granddad thing to do there. I really wanted to move the bean supports, so they were sort of going from there to there, which is into where I put the spring onions, because at the moment they're not very stable. I guess I might be able to move them a little closer to the edging maybe. I mean, they don't even have to stay in this bed. It just said online that they worked well in shade, and this is the shadiest spot, though. As you can tell from all the sun, that's all kind of relative. Maybe I will move them. I don't know. Oh, hello. Oh dear, that's a sad noise. Off we go. I've done it, I've hoed over where the chard is, and I'm going to move around the beans so they're in a far more sensible sort of square shape rather than a very wobbly line. I was going to put in some more scraps to make a little trench of organic matter to help retain the moisture, given that runner beans love moisture so much. But we're getting down now into the chalk layer. I've no idea how deep it goes. I mean, I knew it was there from when I was doing the carrots, but I think runner beans, their roots go quite deep. I mean, they certainly are in the toilet roll tubes that I'm growing the seeds in, so I'm not sure whether this bed will be such a good idea. Don't know how deep all this goes. It's surprisingly tough, really. I mean, I've been trying to just get the fork in, get some holes in to break it up, but it's... I've just got weak little T-Rex arms, but... Oh well, I'll get my scraps in. I'm sure they'll be fine. Famous last words. And this, my friends, is a sign to never leave your tools in the middle of the path. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Oh, tiny potato. Well, great news from the potato front. For a start, the radishes, they're all doing great. And on the potato front, most of the volunteer potatoes have come in. Just about a hop over. We've got the one there. Sorry, that's the sorry old cloche. We've got one there, the other one, that one, and that one. And then on this side, this one's doing great. All over the bed again. Oh no, I tell a lie. There it is. That one. No sign of the last one, but that's... Oh dear, maths. 7 of the 8 of the volunteers, that's pretty good. And then for the main crop that Dan and Carly gave me, there's the first one coming up here. Then we've got here. Maybe this is one? Maybe. Sorry about that, things again. Probably another weed. And then on the other side, I don't think any are coming on that side. But yeah, that's pretty good. I was a bit worried about the potatoes, but they're all coming up, so that's pretty grand. They were about maybe 20 or 30 centimetres down, so hopefully that means I don't need to mound them up. Yeah. Success. And I think I've finally got in a decent bean support. I put in some little cross sort of diagonal braces. It's actually sort of 4 points rather than in just a line. It's, I don't know, it's reasonably secure, and hopefully I'll be able to put the runner beans in without them going across into the spring onions. But I mean, I'd lose the performer that I don't have any more seeds for, but I've still got plenty of the white Lisbon. And then I've got this section here, sort of carrying on from the bean canes to the left hand side, and hopefully I can use that for chard. I mean, if I'm able to grow them inside and they work reasonably well. I think it was six cells that I sowed with seeds. Then I could even maybe get a couple in the gap between the carrots and spring onions, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hopefully that's going to be a bit more stable. It actually looks more of a mess than it did before, but oh well, fingers crossed.